Welcome to the Today Show Toronto. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan, and wow, are we in for a special presentation today. As you can see on screen, all the way from California, we have Press Box. We have our host, Dave Stevens, as he's at the Super Bowl. Amazing, Dave. That's great. Stay tuned. We'll be right back as we're going to talk to Dave and all of his special guests and what's going on for the whole week. You're watching the Toronto Today Show. I'm Jay Stoyan. Stay tuned.
Would you like to donate to our employment programs? Please follow the link below to donate through PayPal. All proceeds go to our programs.
Hi all, this is Mike Kessel. I'm the CEO of Cleveland Clinic Canada, and I wanted to thank Jay and the Disability Channel for all the great work they do. And I know they have a big fundraiser coming up on October 12th this year. I wish them nothing but the best, and I'm thrilled to participate in the fundraiser. Thank you all. Take care.
Are you currently on ODSP? If you're interested in social media marketing, TV production, podcasting, or getting off assistance, please contact Jay Stoyan at 647-339-6847 or Jay at thedisabilitychannel.ca. The Disability Channel, showcasing abilities.
Welcome back to the show. Dave, thanks for being on this show today. The busiest guy in the world.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jay. It's nice to be here again. This is our fifth or sixth Super Bowl, and the league has been great helping us again to get credentials for this thing, and we brought Ability Media from Quinnipiac University, and we've got two Wounded Warrior veterans, BJ Ganem and Michael Smith. BJ missing a leg, Michael missing an arm, so it's a ragtag crew of people missing arms and legs and body parts and all that kind of stuff, but we're really making a difference, making an impact. The league loves us. They gave us, you can see here, the best table. We have the very front row table, as you can see, and it's a little empty on Radio Row right now, but everybody's starting to get here, fill up. The Bengals don't even arrive tomorrow. So, that the Rams are the home team, obviously, but it'll fill up. I got Rich Gannon coming over in a little bit. Matt Doherty, the former college basketball coach, is going to come on. And all week we're going to have stars like Lee Steinberg, Kyle Turley, Chris Long. And we'll just keep grabbing them as we go. And that week continues Tuesday with the Snoop Dogg All-Stars game, which I get to be a part of. And, he's going to play again. This is the third time we've got to play together, and it really is a great event. Kurt Warner's going to be there, some other great NFL legends, and it's really going to be fun to.
I think your sound's cut out a little bit, Dave. I think your sound is cut out a little bit, perhaps.
You got me?
There you go. You're back. Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
So we've got a lot going on here this week. We'll try to, get with you and from time to time, and let me pull this up and give you, our coverage from here, what we can do. We don't get access to the players this year because of COVID, so that's why that may be a little more barren here at Radio Row. As you can see the empty tables. If you look over, as you see over to my right, way over there in the red and blue is the Sirius XM station, and that's the mecca of what you want to be around here. That's where you'll see J-Lo or P. Diddy or any of these major stars, and they all hang out, and we try to get to them. But there's so much to do this week, and with the games.
I think your sound's still cutting out, Dave.
Is it still so?
A little bit, yeah. It's a little bit. It's hit and miss. It's low and high a little bit.
All right, sorry about that.
There you go.
We've got the game on Sunday, and then Saturday before I get to go to Lee Steinberg's party where I'm getting a humanitarian award. So the accolades keep coming for what we're doing with the Disability Channel and Ability Media, and combining those forces with the young people and the older people like me. And this is my 26th Super Bowl, and I'm just looking forward to a great week and hopefully a great game.
Well, Dave, you're such an amazing man. For people like our new viewers here, we're here on Bell 5 TV, channel 658. We're down here in our industrial studio in downtown Toronto. So I'm just trying to introduce our sports team. Our other sportscaster, Casey MacKay, he's covering the Olympics right now. So he's He's a busy boy every day. He's doing posts. You can check out our Twitter feed. So this is amazing. We got somebody at the biggest event in the world, the Olympics, and then somebody at the other biggest event in the world, the Super Bowl. Like, come on. So, Dave, tell us exactly where the Super Bowl is this year, because I know probably a lot of people, they need some updates.
Well, it's at the new football field that they built here. It's just one of the best stadiums, and for the second straight year, after never having it in the history of the NFL, it's a home game for the Rams. Last year, Tampa Bay, it was a home game for them, and the Rams get to host this game, so it's not like they have to, go anywhere. They can go home and sleep with their wives or girlfriends or whoever they're sleeping with, and just enjoy a little bit of that advantage. And as we said earlier, the Bengals are coming in tomorrow. They're having the kickoff tonight with a festival in Cincinnati to say goodbye to those guys, and LA is planning another type of pep rally. But with all the stars here in Hollywood, it seems like COVID is kind of not talked about too much. We're seeing people without masks. We're seeing more and more stars committing to events and opening up to do that, which is what we want to do. Yeah,
that's nice. And I guess Matthew Stafford must be over the moon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Jared Goff isn't probably too happy right now, but Stafford, it's one of those things where you toil in anonymity and struggle, like a great hockey player, on a bad team,
Yep.
And he's now, he's shown what he can do, and I'm glad he gets a chance sooner than later, because he's, what has he been in the league 12 years already?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great game, and with that quarterback that Cincinnati has. Who throws up John Madden type numbers, when he throws for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns and or 6 touchdowns, I think.
Yeah.
It should be we've had you watched them up there in Canada. We had probably the best playoffs in the history of the NFL.
I agree.
Only team that got blown out. The only team that got blown out was the Patriots, which, all right, that's cool. But, overtime games that were in overtime, and you wish they hadn't another chance, because, that coin flip rule is so stupid. You guys have better overtime rules in Canada. Eh?
Yeah. Hey. So any bold predictions?
I really think they keep calling Cincinnati the underdog, but I don't think they're the underdog anymore. They've got a great running back. They've got a rookie receiver that set records. They've got a great defense. As long as Joe Burrow doesn't get sacked 9 times, because on the flip side, you've got one of the best defenses in football, and you've got Sam Darnold, and they've added players, so they got Von Miller in the middle of the season, which really has shored up that. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. I hope the game will be good, so that we're the only thing we don't care about at the commercials, because usually at that point we're only caring about the commercials because it's been a blowout.
Well, I was talking to a few people. 2 things. I was talking to a few people in Detroit, and actually they are wishing their best for Matthew. They're sad that he left, but they said he was a good Lion. A good guy, good team guy. Mm-hmm. So they hope he does well. And I think I was talking to another sportscaster earlier in the week, a Canadian sportscaster, and I think we could be seeing the next Tom Brady. I think that's how good Joe Burrows is. And remember, he tore his ACL last year, just like Tom. Yeah. Remember, Tom got hurt his first or second year in the league, hurt his knee. I think Joe could be that next Tom Brady. I know that's put a lot of, emphasis on his shoulders here, but I think so. I think they're going to win. I pick Cincinnati.
Come back to me in 22 years and we'll have the same conversation if we're both still alive then. So
why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break, and then I want to come back. I'd love to hear about who you brought to the Super Bowl with you and what you're doing outside of off screen, because I know you got so much going on. So stay tuned. What we're doing right now, we have a special presentation on the Today Show Toronto with our host from Pressbox, our sports show, Dave Stevens, who's down at the 56th RH Super Bowl. See, it's the most important year ever, 56. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with the Today Show.
Hi, I am the host of Veterans Onward to Prosperity, Master Sergeant Retired Anna Maria Blivin, and I have a public announcement to share. February 22nd, 2022, so that's 2022, is a very special day. We have a special day lined up with events that not only will bring awareness to a very serious issue that is felt here in the United States and I'm told all around the world. But military suicide is on the rise, folks. Military suicide is something that can definitely be prevented, and we're certainly going to work toward preventing it. Learn more about this at 2-22TOSAVE.com. That's 2-22 T as in Tom, O as in Oscar, save22.com. It's 222 to save22.com. And join us and be a part of that very special day that we honor to protect and prevent our military brothers and sisters from committing suicide.
Hi there, Wendell Clark. You're watching the Disability Channel, showcasing their abilities. All the best.
Welcome back to the show. On the show today, we have our Press Box sportscaster, reporter, host, real good guy, Dave Stevens. He's at the 56th Super Bowl down in California for the week. He's going to be appearing on our dial along with our flagship show in New York City and out in Eastern Canada. So this is going to be very exciting. So Dave, we were talking a little bit about what you're doing at the Super Bowl. Obviously, you're full-fledged media. You're talking to everybody. We're going to get into some names later in the show, but why don't you tell us who you took with you to the Super Bowl and the connection with that?
Well, it's a lot like the program that the Disability Channel has started. It's where you guys are pairing with veterans to try to give them jobs and have them get into the media and learn PR and editing and things like that. And Quinnipiac University started a similar program. Then they brought me in, called it Ability Media, where it's kids with disabilities learning how to write, produce, and then putting out that content, sharing stories and creating things that we don't have that voice for here in the States. So it's kind of a mini disability channel, but the schools backed it and they said, hey, Dave, if you can get the credentials, we'll send them out there. So we've got 6 students here. We've got a professor that's with them as well as myself. I've got a couple of buddies from ProStance, our sponsors here, who've really done a great job taking care of my butt for where I got to stay and get me down here on a dime. And then we've got BJ Ganem, who is, of course, the CEO of Sierra Delta, which is service dogs for veterans who need extra help. And it's a great program. So, in fact, BJ has headed up this Snoop's All-Stars game, Stars and Stripes game that we're going to be a part of. And then Michael Smith, who is lost his arm in the military and is the Paralympian Paralympian captain for the next summer games. So he's here, and they're going to be carrying equipment, running around. We've got Zion Clark that's coming here, as I said, a little bit later today. Later in the week, we have Rob Mendez, who is a football coach who was born without arms and legs, and he coaches high school sports right here in California. So
that's amazing, Dave. That's amazing. Now you know
we find them.
Yeah, showcase opportunities, showcase great people doing great things. And I heard a rumor or I'm going to start a rumor. Is it true that you might be on stage at halftime with Snoop Dogg?
No.
No. That would be a nice rumor.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Well, tell us about Snoop Dogg, because you know Snoop Dogg, like you've interviewed him. And
I'm lucky that I've got to play. This will be the 3rd game I've been with him, and I also met him one time when he came to ESPN. And not like the old days where people wouldn't accept him. It's just now it's all about tolerance and inclusion, and he's changed his persona. And much like Ozzy Osbourne, we, instead of hating them in the 70s and 80s, we now embrace them and love them. I mean, Snoop smokes weed with Martha Stewart. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right?
Like a couple other high-profile people that you've interviewed, Dave, and a couple interactions. Like you just interviewed like everybody.
I'm really lucky. We have Chris Long joining us again this week, who's been a friend of the show. We've got Daryl Strawberry is going to join us, I believe, on Thursday. These people that, again, have overcome so much. But, it's not like we're tabloid TV. We're not going after them for that. We want to know who motivated them, who inspired them, who helped them overcome their odds. The demons that Daryl Strawberry had. We'll talk about what that was like for him. And sorry. Getting a call here, and that shouldn't be
it's okay.
TV, but
I know you're a busy guy, so you're a busy guy, so I know. So we should probably actually wrap this interview because I know you got a lot of things to do today.
I got to give a couple shout outs. First off to the NFL, Roger Goodell and the league, because, in these times where they're getting attacked for, perceived as racism for coaching and stuff, they really have taken us, under our wings. We drove down to Tampa last year just to make sure that we continued our thing. But, to get 12 credentials from the league when teams can't even get 2, certain stations. So the league's doing it. Got to thank Pro Stance again for, helping us to really come in and not worry about buying Ethernet and buying all this stuff that we normally have to do.
And a big shout out to Taylor, their communications, the NFL communications lead. She's a wonderful lady. She helped us a lot. So yeah, we can't be thankful enough to the NFL, all the people that you've interviewed, Dave, like from Larry Fitzgerald and like all the guys when they sit down with you, they are so kind and nice to you. And it's really that really means a lot. Here's my blind dog beside me, so I'm a little bit of a caretaker. She's at our office today. So Dave, I want to thank you. Before we let you go, if people want to find out and they want to follow you, find out more information regarding this week or your career, where could they go?
Well, all of our live programming is going to be here on the Disability Channel site on Facebook. It'll be on my personal YouTube and Facebook that just got hacked. I lost my, celebrity.
Yeah, I know.
We're rebuilding it up. Follow Dave Stevens Speaks, because if you're supporting me, you're supporting the initiative of the Disability Channel. So it's not like we're competing. We're trying to get everybody involved. And there's enough disabled people in the world to share the love and to give those people opportunities to work in the media, either behind the scenes or in PR or writing or producing, or a lot of the programs that you've started with Anna Maria, in Wisconsin. So we're just going to keep doing what we do this week, turning a few heads and just trying to inspire and not perspire.
Well, thanks, David. Say hi to everybody down there, because I know we have a lot of mutual friends, and they treat you very well, and we're very appreciative. And we'll have you on probably later in the week. So just watch Dave on Facebook, on Twitter, on our account, on the Disability Channel. Lots of great stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back and wrap the show. You're watching the Today Show. Thanks again, Dave.
Hi, this is Dave Stevens for the Disability Channel.
An inability to break out. I'm sitting by the door on the second floor, losing my 7-year war. It's not an illusion, so why the exclusion?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's about you. So,
you say you're a disability dynamo.
Joining me, and welcome to this beautiful Travelers Championship.
I only want one accolade from you.
So my story is unique, it's amazing, but it's not anything that you guys don't have inside of you. I'm not a hero, I'm not anybody special. I'm just this guy without legs that went out, and I just did it.
Stats outweigh the Democrats, the diplomats, and the bureaucrats.
This is probably your first interview down on the ground on your butt and stuff like that?
First time ever,
all
baby.
Right.
Eliminate and validate and validate and validate.
Stay with us and the Disability Channel.
Again, you're watching the Today Show. I'm Jay Stoyan. I just want to give out a few tidbits before we leave. I do want to give a big shout out to Canadian Veteran Affairs. They gave us a call this morning. Hopefully we're going to do some great things for the Canadian veterans like we're doing down in the USA, right? Giving them opportunity to employment. And today, watch us in the Toronto Star as our show Press Box, the sports show, is featured in the Toronto Star. So I want to thank the Star. We're showcasing employment opportunities, whether you love sports or any other type of genre. www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. We would love to enroll you in our programs, get you off assistance either part-time or full-time, and get you into a job in media, interviewing the biggest names in the world, just like Dave Stevens. I do want to give a big shout out. I like that Dave mentioned Super Bowl. He mentioned Sirius XM. You can watch our podcast now on Sirius XM. It's going to be debuting very soon. We will give you guys the update on that. Yeah, we're going to be doing some special things down the road. So I think for now, we're going to leave it at that. Again, if you want to find out more information on how you can enroll in our employment programs in media for persons with disabilities or veterans, you can go to www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. You can also check us out on Twitter. You can check us out on Instagram. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on YouTube. We're on Roku. We're down in the United States. We're on Kojiko Your TV, channel 700 in Halton, and channel 658 on Bell, Monday to Friday, 11 p.m. You're watching the Today Show. Again, I'm Jay Stoyan. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, before I let you go, we do have some new updates to mention. More new updates. If you'd like to volunteer with the Disability Channel, we would love to have you on our platform. You can find out more information on our website. If you'd like to donate, all the proceeds go towards our employment programs for persons with disabilities and veterans, whether that's the teachers, internships, keeping the lights on, hardware, software. If you want to produce your own show on our dial, we would love to have you. We can produce a show, a podcast. And again, check us out. We're at the Super Bowl. You're watching the Today Show. I'm Jay Stoyan. We'll see you next time.